Hey everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It's been a few hours since I did my face shave. We'll pick the dog up. She's doing quite well. She's just had a bite to eat and literally licked the pattern off the bowl. So that's a bit of good news for the day. The other good news obviously was the shave I had was absolutely phenomenal. I really enjoyed it and I'm looking forward to using pretty much the same products again other than the razor. So for today, for the head shave, Australian Private Reserve, and the scent is Bay City. So it's the exact same as my face shave if you watch that, and I'll just give you a bit of a look at the ingredients as well. So bay rum scent, but this bay rum scent is just on a different level. It's just a smoother, it's just a beautiful scent. I can't really describe how good it is. Comparing it to things like Captain's Choice, his name now, that's terrible. I don't have any. So OSP, they're the sort of main ones that I've used. This one's just phenomenal. It knocks them out of the park in my opinion, and the splash is just out of this world. My skin feels absolutely incredible after that shave. It really does. That blew me away. It did. The razor was amazing, the brush, the whole lot. So I'm going with the exact same setup again with the brush. So it is the Milton Turn and Shave 30mm quarter moon knot, which is just an exceptional knot. It really is, really dense, beautiful soft tips, pretty much a tuxedo knot in a fan style. It's extremely dense, holds a lot of lather, and I'm looking for a good shave from it today. Beautiful brush, absolutely stunning. So let's just get stuck straight in, why not? Now I've got roughly, it's about 8 or 9 days growth I think. I could almost get away with, you know, maybe like a side parting with the amount of hair I've got on here at the moment. I keep seeing all these guys out there buying pomades or pomade or whatever they call it. And I've got to say I'm just a touch jealous, just like about that much jealous. I love shaving my head, it just gives me 2 shaves, but I've not been shaving quite as much because I've been exhausted, so when you're tired it's really difficult, especially with your head shaves, because you've got to concentrate with it. You can't just get stuck into it and do it. You have to spend more time, and I like to get completely BBS, so I spend a lot more time. So that being said, I've wasted that much bloody time so far. Get the brush wet. Just going to add a little bit more water in there because I know this brush needs a bit of water to actually get it started in the tub. So you can see how big that is. It fills the whole bloody tub up pretty much. Now, as I was saying before, now that the tubs themselves are absolutely fine, they're not a problem with them, that it's a good firm plastic that they're made with. The labels aren't great, but I must say the labels that are coming out of APR now, Australian Private Reserve, are far, far better now. I do like them, they do remind me a lot, they're even a little bit similar to the Lather Bros, where they've got those lovely colours and contrasts and just a little bit of class and sophistication about them. And they look, when you see them, you know they're APR soaps. I've just got that look about them now. The scent that really jumps out at me most in this is orange, so I'm really hoping there is a scent of orange in here. I might jump on the website later and just double check, and I'm sure Tony or Spencer will tell me, because they'll know a hell of a lot more than I will. Those guys really love these soaps, and they have been telling me to use them for a while. The big issue for me with APR soaps is price. They're very expensive. But with everything in wet shaving, in my opinion, generally 99% of the time, you pay for what you get what you pay for. If you spend more money, you generally get a better quality item, better made item that does a better job than a cheaper quality item. That's not with everything, but the biggest majority of stuff is nicer. It's nicer to hold, nicer to use. It might shave the exact same as a $5 razor if you've got a $300 razor. It might shave the exact same, but it will feel better in your hand. It'll just have a bit of class about it, and it's something you can take with you for the rest of your life, sort of thing. So you have to look at it from that point of view. Right, my head's wet, the brush is loaded. I'm going to have a little drink of my hard cider, hard apple cider Recordic, 6.5%. This stuff's really nice. It's probably the only hard cider that isn't in any way bitter. It's not super sweet, but it's not bitter, and that's one thing I like. The only downside to this one is it has sulfites in it, so that's your little bit of cider help for a day. If you want something that's pretty strong, and it's quite a healthy alternative to beer, in fact it's a very healthy alternative to beer, you can't go wrong with hard cider. Right, let's just paint this. Oh, actually no, let's not just paint this. Sounds like the kids are giving the wife a hard time. Just got all this proto lather out of the air. I did actually start watching Spencer's Shape today with the Razor Rock products. Julep. Very, very slick silk. And like I said in my previous video, there's hardly, the ingredients list is very, very minimal. It's got very clean ingredients and it works extremely well. Lather's great and the performance is exceptional, so just start painting this in. Now I'm not expecting a super thick lather based solely on the fact that my hair is so thick at the moment. Well, by thick I mean not bald. So the camera angle for this one, it's not the best because I know my head's a little bit high up on the camera, but I'll do my best. Right, so that's the load painted on. Let's just start painting some water in there. Brush is phenomenal, it really is. It's a heavy handle, but when you put it on the top of your head, the weight actually helps push the knot down. So I just find that I'm moving my hand backwards and forwards with it, which is actually quite a bonus because my shoulder's quite weak. So I do struggle with heavy items, especially razors, because I have to hold a razor lighter on my head so that I'm not putting any pressure obviously onto the skin. I'm not feeling much scrub on my head, but that's more than likely because of the amount of hair that's up here at the moment. So I think I'm just going to go with that. I know that's not a thick lather as in voluminous, but it sounds like, it feels like it's going to give me a lot of protection, which is what I want with this razor. I've never used it before, so I want a good level of protection. So the brush doesn't look like there's much in there. I can assure you there's still loads in that. So the razor is the above the tie, or ATT R1. I'm not sure, I don't really know anything else about it. It says made in USA on the bottom here. Above the tie, made in the USA, I think it says. Above the tie 2013, made in USA, R, and that's all I know. Now one thing I did notice about this one that was quite interesting is it's got just two tiny little nodules just there and there. I hope that's focusing. Yeah, they're just tiny, and it actually sits in the little gap on the blade. Lovely machining on the base plate. It's a really nice razor, it's actually really well built. And I don't find above the tie to be super expensive compared to a lot of the stainless steel razors out there. Holds the blade very firm. There's a shit ton of overhang in my opinion on them. Quite a fair bit of overhang on it. But it's a beautiful little razor. It's got a lovely weight, so it's not too heavy. So let's see how it goes. I've got a brand new Gillette Nasset blade in there. And let's see how it feels. Wow. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm just going to take a look. There's not much blade gap on this, in fact there's hardly any. It doesn't look like it's going to do much, but Jesus, that is just chewed through that amount of growth. And smooth, like amazingly smooth. That's incredible. Wow. Right, I can't for the life of me remember who it is that's been telling me to use the R1 or get an above the tie R1 razor for. I'm sure he'll pipe up on this video down in the comments. My memory's dreadful. But he's been telling me to get one for ages, and he reckons it's the dog's bollocks. And you know what? This feels incredible. I can't wait to go against the grain today. There's not enough water in this lather at the moment, so I am finding that it is definitely blocking it up. I might have to actually re-lather, but just add some water in here. So it's just going to take a little bit longer, but I don't want to be spending all the time emptying the razor out of the lather. See if I can do this relatively quickly. You can see the difference. Wow. And I tell you what, I can barely feel anything. It's just slicing it off so smoothly and comfortably. All these bloody nice razors in my day, and I tried two from Spencer's den, and they blow most of mine out the water. If this goes against the grain as good as it's going with the grain, I might have a new head shaving razor favourite. I might just have to tell Spencer he's not having his shit back. Fucking hell. I tell you what, this shaving game is an absolute nightmare for people like me. When I try new things, I think, oh fucking hell, this is good. I mean, this razor feels incredible. It's got a beautiful sort of dull feedback. It's not got a really noisy feedback at all, but it's got a lovely feedback sound. Now, I'm hoping you can sort of see that tuft of hair. You can see that line of hair there. It's pretty much gone. Amazing. Yeah, it's rinsing out a bit better now. Still not perfect. The blade gap's very, very small. But like I say, it's still extremely efficient. You can see that there. I hope you can see it. How efficient this razor is and how well it's getting down to my skin without causing me any dramas. It's super smooth. Just nice short strokes. It's ploughing through this, it really is. See, jeez. I hope this isn't putting you off your dinner, Spencer. This is just unreal, this. Wow. It's making the hair just, it's almost like it's got V on it and it's just falling off. The soap is super slick. I'm actually having to just run my finger over the top of the head cap, the blade top cap, just to help it along a bit, because it's just pulling so much hair off with ease that it is clogging up. Now, please bear in mind that this is clogging up because I have got a shit ton of hair in my head right now. Shit ton for a bald guy anyway, or a balding guy. So this won't be like this with a day or two's growth, so I will come back to this razor in a day or two, either tomorrow or Saturday. With a shave. Where I shouldn't encounter any problems with it clogging up. Actually, I mean, I may still encounter those problems because the blade gap is so small, but it's not going to be quite as bad. And it would mainly be the soap that's actually getting clogged in there. It won't be I'm going to have to empty the sink out. I don't think I've shaved this much hair off before with a DE, straight up. So it's taken obviously a lot longer than I normally would. But it gives you guys a good indication of how good this razor is. I mean, it's taking it off all the way down on one side, and I'm not getting any. It's like no tufts. It's not leaving many like bits of hair floating about. There's normally loads left over, even with the wunderbar. Whereas this is just ploughing it right down to the skin and just leaving a very short stubble for against the grain path. And this blade is an absolute dream. If I didn't know any better, I would say that this razor was made for this blade. I don't know whether Spencer's tried an asset blade in this razor, but it is absolutely outstanding. Wow. I'm just going to show you the back of my head just quickly so you can see how well this has knocked the hair off. I know there's still bits here and there that I've missed, but overall, for a first pass, that's exceptional. What I might do is I might send all my razors and brushes to Spencer and I'll just keep his shit. Fuck, it's good. That's a really good razor. And the performance on this soap, really good. I mean, that's some slick ass soap. Probably not the best thing you would do, drinking cider when you're putting a blade over your head. Right, now I should be able to get a bit of lather now that I've got the majority of that hair off. Fill the sink up, and dip of some water because it's a little bit dry. So yeah, the scent on this is just lovely. It's not as strong now because it's on my head. On the face shave it's right under your nose, so you get that smell of it all the time, and it's quite complex, but it's stunning. And on my head it's just as good. And look at that, wow. The big knot obviously with the extra soap in it, makes a massive difference. That's a phenomenal lather. Wow, really enjoying these two shaves today. I tell you what, I'm pretty tired at the moment, so I do struggle sometimes when I'm tired to keep motivated and actually enjoy them. Look at that. I know that's not what you want to see, Spence. Excuse me. I don't normally drink a lot, so whenever I drink cider or anything that's got, I get gas, I get wind pretty bad. Not that you guys want to know that. Above the tie, R1, Gillette Nasset blade against the grain. Well, whoever it was that's been at me for ages to try this razor, I don't know why I haven't bought one. Well, I know why I haven't bought one, because they're still expensive, even though they're well priced, I think, in the market of stainless steel razors. But that's so good. It's so good. It's almost in a different league. The supply razor and this thing are just blowing me away at the moment. The soap, I mean, it could be the soap, I mean, who knows? The performance on the soap is absolutely amazing. The scent, it is a real all-round top soap. I just wish I had more. I'm absolutely devastated that I missed out on Coolabah, because I was excited to get it. It was on my wish list, and when the wife went to pull the trigger, it had sold out. So I was gutted. So I'm hoping it will come back next year. I believe it is a summer scent, a summer exclusive sort of thing. So hopefully it will come back next summer. Watch this, look. Oh, it's just so smooth. I don't feel like I'm going to cut myself with it. I feel like I've been using it for a long time. If you're watching this and this is your first head shave you've watched and you're looking for recommendations on razors, I've used a lot of head shaves, a lot of razors on head shaves, from extremely mild, which are useless, to extremely efficient and aggressive, which I tend to find are better. I like efficient without the aggressiveness. I get that from the Wunderbar, I get it from the Rockwell, and I get it even more so with this above the tie R1. It's super efficient. Now I'm expecting the odd weeper and stuff because I've never used this razor before, but so far I think I'm blood free. It's like a super hot knife through butter. It's not just a hot knife, it's a lava hot knife through butter. It doesn't even touch the butter. It's that good. Wow. It's comfortable, it's smooth. The handle's got a lovely knurling on it. Maybe not quite as grippy. In fact, I wouldn't say it is quite as grippy as the Timeless. And I have to say, when I sent the Timeless to Spencer when he purchased that for me, I thought it would have went to his #1 razor in the den. But he still believed that the R1, this one, was better, and I have to agree with him. This is a better shaver than a Timeless razor, for me. Just for me. It might not be for you. If someone came along now and said to me, what razor should I buy for head shaves, I'd say this razor. And I haven't even finished this shave yet. That's how confident I am that this will be the greatest head shave that I've had. Oh, it's just a day of bests. It really is. The dog's back from the vet, she's doing well. I'm getting shaves from are just out of this world. From equipment that's not even mine. Fuck's sake. I'm sort of wishing now that they'd never sent me fuck all. I wish they'd just sent me brush back. This brush from Turn and Shave is exceptional. Now don't get me wrong, it's mainly the knot, but the handle's very, very comfortable. But the knot is great. And of course this is a knot that he's sourced or gets made for himself. You get them from the Yaki brushes, have them as well I believe, but I would rather support an artisan personally than buy from Yaki. And I don't, albeit they are a lot cheaper. I'm definitely going to have to invest in one of these brushes, but I might have to speak with Milton and see if he can sort out one with a coin in it or something like that. I do like a brush that just has a coin, a bit of class about it, whether it's his own coin or some other coin, I don't know. My Leo Frio ones have got the Man United coin in them, so. But boy does the man make a good brush. I mean, this handle's impeccable. There's no striations or anything in it, there's no tooling marks, there's nothing at all, it's just beautiful. This soap is amazing. Definitely close to it's in my top 3 I would say, for performance. It's definitely up there with Holy Call and everything else. And scent wise, I love Bay Rum. This is phenomenal, this for Bay Rum. It doesn't outdo Club Cola from Wickham or even Classic 24, I love those sort of scents, they're my favourite scents, but for that type of scent, it's the best you can buy in my opinion. That is just beautiful, and the splash just takes it to a new level. So pass #3, which is just mainly everything I've just done, just to pick up any loose ends. There's always hair that you miss, so this is pretty much my final pass, and then I'll have some pickups at the end. So it's going to be a long video. I have went into a little bit of depth on the razor and talking about it, and I've probably spent a lot of time going because that's what happens when I get something that I love using, and this is no exception. I can't wait to give this a go on the face shaves as well. I wonder if I swapped my MJ90 for it, I wonder if we'd notice if it was a different razor. Holy shit. phenomenal. Right. Let's just add a bit of water, just lightly on my fingertips, and I'll just finish off here. I can actually feel myself smiling using this razor. What have you done to me, Spencer? What have you done to me? The space of 2 shaves in 6 hours. You've turned my day upside down. Wow. Now, I'm expecting it to be a little bit of blood, but we'll see. The back of my head feels a little bit tender. I'm going to put some water on there, but that could be the fact that I copped a bit of sun today. I can actually see it on my cheeks here as well. So the moral of the story is, even if you put suntan lotion on, still wear a hat, especially if you're a baldy bastard. There's that moisturising again, that moisturising feel. Oh, wow. Right, let's see if there's any blood. Absolutely none. None. Not a single bit of blood. And it moisturised. My skin feels great, like I did with a face shave. I feel like I could walk away now and I'd be fine. I wouldn't be dried up. It wouldn't dry. It just feels great for such a minimalist amount of ingredients. It's a phenomenal soap. It lathers easy. I'm starting to get that lovely that Wickham like satin smoothness. There's a lovely shine, which I like. I like a shine on it. Some guys don't, they like it to look that sort of, but it's not shiny. I think shiny skin looks healthy. That's it, starting to dry in now, but it just feels beautiful and smooth. Wow. I can't stop saying wow to these two shaves. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Right. Thea's medicated. This will probably burn a little bit because I probably went over that with that razor just a little bit more than I normally would, just to get BBS, but yeah, just a little bit. It's not much burn there. You'll be wondering what I'm doing there. I burnt my head a few days back, or probably a week ago now, and there's a bit of dead skin on there, so sorry Spence. This will get a good clean out, I promise you. I'll give it a really good clean and disinfect before I send it back. So it's done a good job of ripping that off as well. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I don't think he's really wanting to razor back now, mate. It's been on my head, you know. It's probably not worth your while having it back. It's ruined. It's just a waste of space now. It's only good for my head. Fucking full of shit, this fucker, so I am. Right, what was I doing? So I've used the Theas. Let me hit them. Bit all over the place at the moment. So I used a tiny bit of the splash earlier on today for my face shave. And the wife loved it, so I was quite surprised by that because she has not liked any bay rum at all that I've used. She thinks they've been all disgusting. So that is a massive, massive indication as to how nice this is. There's very few scents that I put on that my wife likes, and when she likes one I'm pretty impressed and blown away by it. This is one of them. Akakapa is another, and Creed Aventus is another. She loves dupe, and that's about it. There's not much more she likes. And she loves dupe. Probably everyone's thinking, well, fuck, that's everything else she said out of the water, but I love the other scents as well. And I wear stuff that she doesn't like. I just wear it because I like it. I don't have to impress everyone. God, this brush holds a lot of lather. There we go, I think I've got it. Beautiful. Just rinse the soap out now that I can. It's a pretty firm soap as well, so it's not a soap that you'd be worried about buying and then going straight in 10 minutes. I mean, I've loaded this up pretty heavy and I don't think it's moved much. I hope it has it anyway. I'm sure Spencer would like me to use it the way he would use it, and I know he loads of shit out of these soaps as well, so there's no point in half-arsing it. He's loaded anyway, he buys more shaving stuff than anyone else I know, so. Oh, definitely, the orange is definitely the main scent for me there. If it is orange, it could be mandarin or tangerine, who knows, but definitely that's the main scent that pops out to me there. Clove, if there is clove in there, it's very much in the background. Still very much a bay rum scent, but it's beautiful, it really is. Everything else is done, that's all done and dusted. I'm now going to add a good splash of the Australian Private Reserve Premium Aftershave Splash. And I can't read the ingredients on this because I haven't got my glasses on. There's a fair few ingredients in it, but let me tell you, when I put this on my face, boy oh boy did my face feel phenomenal after it. And it still does now. So I'm going to put a good splash of this on my head and my face, all over, and just get some love. What a shave. This might sound crazy, but that scent takes me to Canada. There was almost like a potpourri sort of thing that my auntie used. She's very old now. I used to love it, and the whole house smelled of it. I think she had it in every room, so you can only, and that, whatever the spices are in this, they're very similar. It's almost like a cinnamon and a clove and something else going on in here. And you get that beautiful, just a bit of orange. It's just stunning. It is a stunning scent, and let me tell you that the post-shave feel is just out of this world. You don't need a balm with this stuff, I can assure you, and I don't think it makes a balm, because it's just not required at all. Whatever's in that splash is far superior to most balms. Maybe not like Lather Bros and Wickham soap, because their balms are beautiful, but for a splash with alcohol in it, that is exceptional. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that, guys. It really doesn't. I can't emphasise enough between this soap, even this brush, and most importantly this razor. So the soap today was APR, or Australian Private Reserve, Bay City, and it smells absolutely stunning. The brush is the Turn and Shave from Milton over in America. Really chunky handle. I mean, you put that next to my hand, it fills up my full palm. Beautiful, comfortable brush to use. A lot of weight to it. 30mm quarter moon knot, which is pretty much a tuxedo fan style knot, almost an ultra fan, but I would say it's a cross between an ultra fan and a bulb, and it's in the middle sort of thing. It's absolutely beautiful, it really is. Got a lovely splay on it, it's easy to use, creates shit tons of lather, and you can load it up, excuse me, really heavy. You could literally load that brush up in one hit and it would do your face and your head shaving in one go, easily. It's just a great brush. The razor today, easily the star of the shave again, another fucking star of the shave. Stealing Stephen's bloody words again, but above the tie, R1 2013 stainless steel razor, beautifully machined. It's got a lovely weight to it. The knurling, although it feels quite smooth, it's still got a lovely bit of grip to it. I didn't feel like I was ever going to drop it. I never felt like it was ever going to slip out of my hand. It's a great length handle. I would say that's an 85mm handle, which is the length I love. It's the best length out there in my opinion for a handle. It just sits perfectly on my hand. But the shave from it was absolutely out of this world. I can't wait to use it on a face shave to really give it a run. That blade in this razor feels like there's no blade in it. It's like a hot knife through bar, it really is. And I'm completely BBS. I don't feel any hair anyway, nothing anywhere at all. Wow. The splash, well, Thea's medicated first, and then I finished off with the Australian Private Reserve Bay City splash, and that's just exceptional. Really enjoyed that shave. It's the first head shave I've had in quite some time that's taken me to that level of almost excitement, and I really enjoyed it, and thanks very much Spencer for sending it over. I'm looking forward to using that a bit more, and I'll be really sad to see this one head back, and nothing more I can say, guys. You got any questions, put them down below. Other than that, stay safe, drive safe. New Year's on the way, so don't be drinking and driving, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.